David, come back to office now. It's still early for lunch. Where and what are you doing?
I'm playing slots at the casino right now. Do you have any problems?
What? Are you serious?
So you think I'm a liar? Who do you think you are?
Now is not the time to be saying things like that. Did you forget that today is the big day?
Oh, is today the day old man comes to the company? I remember talking about it.
Your father is stepping down as president of this real estate company soon. He said he wanted to gather the executives for a meeting, and here you are playing slot machines.
He's talking about me, his own son, taking over as president, right? So this day has finally come, huh?
Is this the time to be so optimistic?
I'm leaving everything else to you.
What?
You're my wife and my employee, right? Make it work.
You can't do that.
Can't you even support your husband who's also the next president? You're a completely useless wife.
I don't know how to explain this to your father.
My father is soft on me. He won't complain about the air. I mean, it's already decided that I'm going to be the president. There's nothing I should be called in to talk about now, is there?
If you keep saying things like that, one day you'll get caught off guard.
My father was a wealthy man, and he gave me some assets before.
Do you mean like stocks?
Yeah, eventually I'm going to get all the shares he owns. I took it as a learning experience.
What does it matter?
Even if I have some freedom, all his assets will be mine in the end. It's a waste to work hard.
What's that?
And even if I don't work hard at the company, I've got 100 million in assets from stocks alone.
That much? I've never heard of that before.
Didn't I tell you?
No, you didn't.
Well, whatever.
If you're making that much, why don't you contribute for living expenses?
Why?
I've been having trouble lately because you suddenly stopped putting it in.
I earned it. Let me spend it however I want. You're a wife and you're going to talk back to your husband?
Wife or husband, it doesn't matter. We both work and support the family together. We have 2 boys in elementary school. We have a lot of expenses.
You're the one who has to take care of that.
I can't believe that you are the father.
I mean, thanks to me, you're able to live in a big house with your family, so don't complain about it.
The house originally belonged to your father, right?
In other words, it's all thanks to marrying me, you know? You have a big yard and a swimming pool. You should be a little grateful to me.
Anyway, that's not what I want to talk about right now. Can't you at least come back to the office? I can at least hold the place together until you get back.
Oh, I'm winning!
What?
I'm in a bit of a rage right now, so I'm going to turn off my phone. Well, take care of the company. As a wife, do your job.
Wait, David. My name is Anita, and I'm 38 years old. I work for my father-in-law's real estate company, and I'm raising 2 elementary school-aged sons. I met my husband, who is 4 years older than me, 10 years ago at an online dating platform. Although he had a bit of a ditzy personality, I was attracted to his kind nature. We got married after 1 year of dating. We had a good relationship with in-laws, and we were living a good life, but recently, my husband became addicted to gambling and our lives changed drastically. He said he was making a lot of money from stocks. I'm sure he's spending that money on the casino. I have talked to my in-laws about it, but I think he is spoiled because he is their only son. I have thought about leaving him. Actually, I've been thinking about it all the time recently. But I work for my father-in-law's company and the house belongs to him. And when I think about my children, I'm having a hard time making the decision to leave. But I never imagined that I would find out a terrible fact later on. I can't believe you cheated on me.
Oh, did you find out?
A young woman came to my office. She said she wants me to leave you because she wants to get married. I can't believe it anymore.
Really? Man, it's so hard to be attractive.
Are you serious?
Don't complain just because I cheated on you. If you don't like it, why don't you divorce me?
What?
But if you break up with me, it's you who's in trouble.
What are you talking about?
The moment you let go of me, the wealthy man and the next president of the company, you're going to fall into the bottom of misery with the kids. Oh, you poor thing.
Why do you assume I'll be unhappy?
If you leave me, you'll have to leave this luxury mansion too.
You'll take away my place to live.
Not only that, you're gonna lose your job too.
What?
The real estate company you work for now, I'm eventually going to be the president. Then I wouldn't be stupid enough to keep my ex-wife employed.
But you had an affair, so if you divorce me, I'm going to charge you alimony.
Then I'll give you that old furniture in my office.
That old thing?
My dad bought it a long time ago. It cost about $1 million. $1 million is enough, right?
I bet the used price is low.
To tell you the truth, it was too big and a pain in the ass. Maybe I'll send it to your parents' house later.
What will happen to me?
I don't care. Anyway, I'm not going to pay a penny if it comes to divorce. If you want to go to court, go ahead. But if I keep refusing, you'll have to pay for the fees. Do you have the money for that? I don't think you can afford to go to court when you are going to lose your job.
But...
Oh, and I forgot to mention that if we get divorced, you'll be $500,000 in debt too.
What do you mean?
Actually, I have a $1 million debt.
What? I never heard that.
Because I didn't tell you. Why would I tell you that? Are you stupid?
You're the stupid one. 1 million debt. Why did you borrow that much? Didn't you say the other day that you were making money in stocks?
I was making good money until last month, but the stock market crashed recently.
So you borrowed money.
So I bought another stock with all my assets and tried again, but it didn't work out.
You said you had assets of about 1 million, right? And that's gone to zero.
Yep, I went into debt to make another fortune in stocks.
I'm getting a headache.
Don't get me wrong, the debt is temporary. I'm going to use the money to buy new stocks and make another fortune.
It's not going to be that easy.
I plan to pay it off soon, but if you're divorcing me, we split this 50-50.
Why would I do that?
Don't you know? That's a part of the property division.
No way!
It's written on the lawyer's website, I'm sure of it. If you still want to divorce me, I'll do it. But remember that you'll be unemployed and in debt for the rest of your life.
No way! I can't stand it.
I know, right? If you don't want to go to hell for being dumped by me, at least allow me to cheat on you.
This is too much.
Where the hell are you?
Why are you texting me at this time?
Where's my dinner?
I didn't prepare any dinner.
You've got to be kidding me. You're not a good wife if you don't prepare even one meal for your tired husband when he comes home.
Does that mean you've been working all this time?
I've been playing with women. Do you have any problem?
Yes, a lot. You were tired of playing with women. Do you want me to cook dinner? You've got to be kidding me.
What the hell? Do you want me to divorce you?
Why do you keep talking about divorce? Are you threatening me?
I'm serious. I even have the divorce papers filled out and ready to go in the desk drawer in the den.
Oh, I found them the other day when I was cleaning.
I can dump you anytime I want. I can easily send you into unemployment and dead hell with just one mood of mine, you know? Now what? You're freaking out now that you know how serious I am?
Actually, I feel relieved.
Huh? You're saying you don't mind being dumped by me?
You're the one who's getting dumped. I've already filed for divorce.
What do you mean?
I mean what it says.
Do you understand what I said? If you divorce me, you'll be in debt.
You've already filed for divorce. Why are you acting like that now?
No, it's not like that. I'm being realistic. I feel sorry for you that you're going to be in debt.
Then don't worry. If you're talking about property division, I've spoken to a lawyer.
Did you even go that far?
If it was just a living expense loan or something, but this time you created the debt on your own, right? That's not subject to property division, according to the lawyer.
So you're saying I'm supposed to repay the 1 million by myself even after the divorce?
Yes, of course.
But I saw on the internet that the debt is part of the property. That lawyer's a liar. He's lying to get you divorced just so he can trap you in debt.
Why would a lawyer do that? It's not you. Are you stupid?
Enough. I'll divorce you or whatever, but you're fired.
That's exactly what I'm going to do to you.
What do you mean?
You're fired as of today.
Why?
Because going out to have fun during working hours is generally considered inappropriate for a responsible working adult. You've been absent without notice frequently, which provides ample reason for termination.
I'm the next president. You can't do that.
No, I'm the next president.
What?
2 months ago, there was a meeting with your father and senior management to discuss the new president, right?
Yeah, that one. I didn't need to be there. Didn't they end up talking about making me the president?
How can you be so confident after doing such an insane thing? It was an important meeting, but you were so busy playing slot machine that you didn't even come to the office, right? That's why your father got so mad at you.
My kind dad?
I showed him our conversation and he was furious.
Are you serious? Don't show it to him. I mean, there's no way my dad would get mad at me for something like this. My dad was sweet to me and forgave me no matter what I did.
Until now, he's been willing to tolerate a few things just because you're their only son. But he couldn't entrust the company to someone who would do something like this.
So they made you, who is not related to my blood, the next president. That's crazy, right?
Basically, there's no legal problem with anyone becoming the successor. He appreciated my diligent work at the company until now.
You're just a mere clerk.
What? You thought I was a clerk?
You don't know anything about real estate and you don't have a license.
I have a real estate license.
What?
I am a real estate agent. To put it simply, a real estate transaction specialist.
Don't be so proud of just that. You're just an ordinary employee.
I've been the head of the sales department since last year.
Seriously?
You haven't been coming to the office properly recently. It's only natural that you don't know anything about it. How dare you claim to be the next president of the company when you don't even know what a real estate agent is or how an employee works? We don't need an employee who doesn't have any qualifications and who skips work to go to casinos.
Why does my father think so highly of you? I don't understand why he spoils you. You are just my wife.
I've worked hard and got results. My sales are top in the company right now. I even got my real estate license after I joined the company, in between raising my kids and taking care of the house.
I had no idea.
I'm sure I told you about the license.
I don't remember.
You don't listen to people too much.
It's not funny that I lost my job instead of taking over. And I'm in debt.
What happened to the stock market?
I told you they crashed.
But you even borrowed $1 million to try and fix it. You were so confident, but that doesn't mean it didn't work out, right?
That's...
Is there a problem?
Actually, the new stock I bought crashed again.
You really have no skills for that.
Don't talk like that. I did my best.
Then why didn't you stop gambling and cheating?
I know, but...
Your inability to know when it's time to quit is another sign of your lack of skills. Why did you get into it in the first place?
I just went into a casino on a whim. Then I easily made $2,000.
That's what they call beginner's luck.
Then I felt good, went to a strip club, and surprisingly all the girls wanted me.
I think you're mistaken. They just thought you were a good customer.
That's not true.
You told them that your father was wealthy and owned a company, didn't you?
Well, I talked a little bit just to keep the conversation going.
The woman you had an affair with who came to your office the other day was also a stripper, wasn't she?
But she likes me with all her heart. She's in love with my personality. Don't mix someone who's only after the money with my girlfriend.
His property is mine, or give me the title of the wife of the president. That's what she said to me, and it's related solely to money, right? She definitely didn't fall in love with you because of your personality.
That's not true. I'm a handsome man too.
Well, I guess, but recently your forehead has been getting bigger and bigger.
Don't say that. I'm insecure about it.
Whatever. I'm going to charge you alimony and child support, so be prepared, okay?
Oh, what about savings?
Oh, maybe you're expecting to get a share of the property still?
I know you have a large amount of savings, don't you?
You haven't been contributing to the living expenses lately, have you? I haven't been able to save any money.
What? No savings?
To be honest, I'm barely making ends meet.
Don't lie, you were working too. It's funny how that happens, isn't it? You've been secretly saving up money behind my back, haven't you? If we're getting divorced, you better know that I won't forgive you unless we split every last bit of that secret savings.
First and foremost, that luxurious mansion we were living in, the maintenance costs were incredibly high.
Huh?
The pool requires a professional for cleaning, and the garden is spacious, not to mention the several trees we had planted, right? We also had to do regular pruning and other maintenance to avoid causing any inconvenience to the neighbors. so it cost a decent amount of money.
That's why you don't have any savings?
Well, I have some, but it's for next year's property taxes. It's not actual savings.
Then I'll sell the house. Then I will get a chunk of change back, even if you pay all the bills.
I'm with your father right now, and he would never allow you to sell the house for that reason.
If it was given to me, it's mine now. Let me do what I want with it. I don't care if my dad says he won't allow it. It's my house, so there's no problem if I sell it off.
Well, there is.
Why?
Because he didn't change the name.
What?
We were just paying the property taxes and upkeep on the house so we could live in it.
What? I didn't know that.
You proposed it, didn't you? You asked for it because you really wanted to live in the mansion, and this is how it turned out, right? Don't tell me you didn't hear about that too, or that you forgot about it.
You're kidding, right? I never said that. I don't remember.
I can't believe you don't remember everything. In the beginning, you were the one who put in the living expenses, so I was able to get by. But it's been tough these days.
Then wait for the payment until my dad goes to the other side.
Don't tell me you're using his inheritance to pay for it.
If I inherit everything from my dad's estate, I can afford to pay you.
Oh, now your dad is really angry.
Why?
You said some pretty crazy things, so he has every right to be pissed.
But it's my privilege as the only son to receive the inheritance.
The rest of the assets will be given to a trusted relative while he's still alive.
What?
I won't give my stupid son a penny, he said. When I told him I was divorcing you, he said, well, then I'll leave my stupid son too.
You're kidding, right? Leave me? My father wouldn't do that, right? Hey, please tell my dad that I'm sorry about the company and everything. He wouldn't disown his own family, would he?
You were talking about the inheritance paying for alimony, and now you are questioning family bonds? That's really funny. Your father is getting angrier and angrier. Oh, but I can settle the alimony with that chest, you know?
That old chest is fine?
Yes, that's fine.
You know, you're an amazing woman. I've got to say, I'm impressed.
But I'm surprised that chest is worth $5 million.
Not $1 million? They bought that chest for $1 million, right?
I hired an appraiser to check the chest's value.
You did that?
I was just curious. And it's actually a historically valuable item.
Really?
And the appraiser said it's so rare and valuable that the price has gone up. If it continues to be in good condition, it may even increase in value.
Then that chest is mine. I'm not giving it to you.
Fine, but are you going to sell the chest and pay the fee?
No, I'll keep it until it jumps in value. So I'll pay alimony, child support and all my debts at once. Just wait a minute.
I'm not going to wait for something I don't know when it's going to be worth that much. And when the appraiser said it would go up in value, he meant if it's in good condition.
What does that matter?
They say you should take care of it at least once a month. They also warned me to be careful about mold if there's a lot of humidity. Can you do that? If it gets moldy or you don't take good care of it, it becomes a worthless chest. Ultimately, it's just going to be wasted in your possession. So don't you think it would be much wiser to give it to me at this point?
That's true, but...
Also, I've charged alimony to your side chick, so...
You went that far, huh?
I thought some form of punishment was necessary for the person who, despite knowing that you are married, even came to the company. My lawyer sent the documents about it, so maybe she's checking it out by now. I'm sure she'll be pissed off at you and contact you, right?
Oh, she's been calling me a lot. But why would she be pissed? She knew I was two-timing her. It's not my fault.
Well, I'm sure she's pissed. I had to write a letter about your gambling habits and all your debts.
Don't say anything unnecessary. You've gone too far.
There's no room for sympathy for you.
What?
All you've talked about up to this point is worrying about yourself. It's repulsive.
Then what was I supposed to talk about?
Worry about the kids?
Hold on, she's been calling me so much.
I know you forgot. You're not even a good parent.
There's so much going on. I was a little out of it.
That's what I'm saying is the problem. Make this piece of trash man experience hell to the fullest.
Oh no.
After that, with the help of my lawyer and my father-in-law, I was able to claim $5 million for alimony in the form of a chest, and he agreed to pay child support in split payments. My ex-husband broke up with his side chick after an argument, disowned by his parents, and was fired from his job. The other day, I happened to see my ex-husband in town. Perhaps due to stress, the thinning on the top of his head and forehead has been progressing. He had lost all traces of his former self and had a pitiful appearance. I wasted no time, and in a few days, I managed to investigate my ex-husband's whereabouts, and I found out where he is. It seems he has ended up paying off a large amount of debt and is living in poverty in a shabby apartment. I haven't managed to collect any payment in child support yet, so I think I will consult a lawyer and file a claim as soon as possible. My marriage has come to a pitiful end. From now on, I will do my best as a parent so that my children can live happily.
I'm so sorry. I swear I will never betray you again, Jessica, for the rest of my life. I just got caught up in the devil. Would you forgive me? Your father intervened, and I don't want a divorce or anything. So you're saying you will forgive me? I honestly don't know if I forgive you or not yet. I need some time now, so I'd appreciate it if you could leave me alone. I'll stay at my parents' house until you feel better. Call me any time when you're ready for me to go back to our house. Can I ask you something? Sure, anything. How long have you been cheating on me? When did it start? A month ago. I met her at my favorite bar. It just kind of happened. Really? Really? Darren, there's no good in lying. What are you talking about? Please don't give me any more heartbreak. I want to believe you. So what are you talking about? I know it's been going on for 6 months. This time, it wasn't just me who knew about it, but your father too. So he did some investigation about it. My father? That's why he got between you and me. Please don't lie to me. The truth is it was my ex-girlfriend whom I met at a reunion a year ago. She was your ex-girlfriend? I mean, it was an ex-girlfriend that I only dated for 3 months in junior high school. So this relationship lasted a year? How much does my dad know? I know where you've been for the past month, and I know who you've been seeing. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. For Jessica's sake, like my dad said, I even signed that I won't cheat on you anymore. You mean the papers your father prepared for you? I got scolded by my dad and my mom, and I'm so sorry. As the next president of my father's company, I won't do anything stupid anymore. I swear. I know your father scolded you enough. I don't care anymore. But I need to get my mind right. I understand. You can't go back and change what you did. I guess it is what it is. It all depends on what you do from now on. Of course. I'll live my life for you, Jessica. Don't damage your father's trust anymore. I'll call you again when I've made up my mind. I'm really sorry. I'll do whatever you want, Jessica. If there's anything you want, I'll buy it. I don't think you can forgive me for that. It's true that I hurt you. If there's anything you want, just let me know. I've accepted your apology, so the rest is my problem. But what I don't want you to disappoint your father and the others. That's all. All right. Hey, Jessica, how are you doing? I miss you so much. Let's go out for dinner sometime. Hello, Rose. Sorry, I'm a project member of a big job now. I'm busy for a while. I know. It's a project that the president himself launched. It's a prestige project for the company, right? It's amazing what a career woman who works hard can do, isn't it? I can't be like you. You gave up being a naive woman and happiness to devote yourself to work. I respect you. I don't mean to give up naive women and happiness. I'm just doing what I can and what I'm entrusted to do because I love my job. But you are too devoted to work. You're married to Mr. Darren, but you don't have a single child. Every family has its own circumstances. You're married to Mr. Darren, the boss's son. He has to have an heir. It's not ideal, wife. By the way, how do you know about Darren, Rose? Actually, I recently became Darren's secretary. Secretary? Hold on, who's secretary? He doesn't need a secretary. As the next president, he needs a secretary. A person in the General Affairs Department doesn't need a secretary. Does that mean that you have been transferred to the secretary section? What do you mean? I just became a secretary personally. The department is the same as when you were working with your seniors. I'm getting more and more confused. What do you mean personal secretary? As the next president, you have to go to a lot of dinners, right? You have to show up at other companies' parties. You'll also have to interact with the young presidents of various companies. What? What's that? So, I'm personally undertaking the job, like dinners and social gatherings and serving as a secretary to attend them. It's separate from my general duties, maybe after working hours. Wait a minute. Does that mean you're attending his drinking parties under the guise of being his secretary? I'm a secretary in both name and reality. Mr. Darren pays me for my work as his secretary. He pays you off? But it's not money. I'm supporting the next president. I'm just happy to be able to play such a big role. I said I don't need the money. Then what's the reward? Like a fancy meal and other things? It's just a secret between Mr. Darren and me. You see, you are his wife. I just wanted to let you know. I don't think he needs a secretary. He's the next president of our company. He needs a secretary. If you're being like that, I feel sorry for Mr. Darren, who's working hard as the next president. You feel sorry for him? He's the next president of our company. He needs a lot of support. People around him need to encourage him. Isn't that the role of a partner of someone at the top? I don't understand what you're saying. If you want to have dinner with other companies, the current president does that. The current president and his wife attend the parties of other companies. He is not going to these parties as a representative of the company. It's just a personal drinking party. He's not even supposed to be at the party. It's not his job at all. You know what? You are not encouraging him enough. He'll be looking for another partner if you're being like that. Look for another partner? Oh, nothing. He's in no position to talk about secretaries and dinners. Please don't encourage him too much about being next president. You don't need to tell me that. I'll do what I think is right, as a supporter and partner of the next president. Well then, if you'll excuse me, please take me out to dinner when you get settled down with your big job. Pick up the phone.
What? I'm going on a trip. You said you were going on vacation with friends this holiday weekend, right?
I know you're on leave until next week.
I'm finishing up this big project that my father and the whole company. That's why I'm here. Please give the next president a break.
Your father is unconscious.
What? My father?
I'm in the cab heading to the hospital. You need to go to the hospital now too. The general hospital where your father is always taken care of.
Don't tell me that's why Mom called me 100 times.
That's right. I've been trying to reach you. You're not answering her call and you don't read any texts. Your mother was worried.
But I'm going on a trip. I've been looking forward to this day at work.
I know that, but your father is unconscious.
I understand.
I'm going to the hospital first. Hurry up and come.
Then I'll leave the rest to you.
What? Leave the rest to me? What are you saying?
If my mom and Jessica are there, there's nothing I can do. What are you saying? You're his only son. If anything happens to my dad, call me again. That's when I'll go from next president to new president. You know how busy he's going to be, right? I'm going overseas to stretch my legs before then. Hold on. Do you know what you're saying? It's time to board. I'll take care of the rest. I'm sure he will be fine. Well then, I'm off. Wait, Darren. You better come back now. I'm telling you, this is for your own good.
That was a pretty comfortable 12-hour flight. I guess that's because I got excited and flew first class. So, how's my dad?
He's in critical condition.
Oh, really?
Yes, the doctor says worse things can happen tonight.
It's looking more and more likely that I'm going to be the president when I get back.
Was it really that important to you to travel overseas?
You could have flown the coop. We've got a big job to finish.
It's true that it was a project that was launched with the president's blessing. It was a big job for the company, but you weren't involved in the project as a member of the General Affairs Department.
I was watching it over as the next president of the company.
You just wanted to travel, didn't you? With your side chick.
What? What are you talking about?
Rose, who you say is your personal secretary, is the one you're cheating with, right? A month ago, Rose contacted me like she was trying to confront me. When I heard she was your personal assistant, I did some investigation. Then it was easy to gather evidence.
I didn't know you were doing that. I guess the project members on the big job weren't busy either.
Rather than your father, you prioritized your trip with her, and you have no idea where you stand.
Shut up. I'm the next president of the company. A president needs to broaden his horizons. That's why I travel abroad, to experience things. You're busy with work, so I go with another girl. What's wrong with that?
Did you lie when you swore you'd never cheat on me again?
I've been showing up at gatherings of young presidents and hearing all kinds of stories. He said, there isn't a president who isn't playing around nowadays. They all said that it's a president's role to spend money to make the economy go around. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do.
So you don't have any plan to stop cheating and traveling overseas right now, and you're not coming to the hospital? I gave you that advice for your own good.
For me? If you were really doing it for me, you'd shut up. I'm going to be the next president when my father dies. If you want to keep working for me, don't go against me, the next president.
I'm the next president. Huh?
Are you kidding me? Of course I'm the next president. I'm his only son.
Are you kidding me? Do you know how bad you are at your job right now? Do you have any idea how important your job is to the company?
Huh? What do you mean?
This project that the president has put so much effort into? You know that a number of people who are candidates for the next general manager or board member were involved.
Of course I knew that. I'm the next president, so I'm well aware of personnel matters in the company.
Then why didn't you let them participate in the project?
Because I didn't have to.
That's not true. The people in the company who were supposed to be good at their jobs, who are known to be good at their jobs, were all members of the project. The reason you are in there is because they didn't expect you to be.
No expectations.
Have you ever been involved in even one of these projects in the first place? Did your father ever teach you anything about running a company?
No, but...
I have.
That's because you're good at it.
You still don't get it? That you're being kept away from the important work of the company?
Being kept away from?
Your father told me. You're his only son, but you're hopelessly incompetent at your job.
What the hell?
I can't speak for myself, but I'm a good worker. I had results before we were married. That's where your father got you and me together.
It's true. My father introduced me to you.
In the future, I was going to make you a president position. I, who could do the work, was going to be in charge of the business. This was something your father and I had mutually agreed upon. I didn't care about being president or anything as long as I could do the work.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by that?
But a year ago, you had an affair. Your father couldn't do his job then, and on top of that, He was saddened that you couldn't do your job and had no morals or integrity as a human being. So your future as the next president was almost gone by that point.
Well,
So your father and I talked it over with your mother. We decided to give you a chance.
a chance?
You swore to me, right? You swore you'd never betray me again. We're going to run this company as husband and wife. If you don't keep that promise, you won't be the next president of the company. You'll be fired from the company and you and I will get divorced. I have this in writing and signed by you.
You don't mean that thing I signed back then?
You didn't check that important document carefully? As a business owner, you're required to check all documents before signing them. That's the point.
Then I'm not the next president of the company. So I'm fired and you're divorcing me? If you divorce me, you're not even related to my father, right?
I'm divorcing you, but I will get adopted.
Adopted?
My parents are dead. I don't have any siblings, so I have no problem being adopted.
You're gonna be adopted?
You'll be divorced from your parents. I'm going to go from being a stepdaughter to a legitimate parent and child in writing. And I'm supposed to take over the company on top of that.
Why are you so prepared for this?
After I realized you were cheating on me, I told everything to your father and discussed it with him. The adoption paperwork is almost complete. All that's left is for me to divorce you. Alimony from you and the woman you cheated on me with. And then I'll go about my business.
Oh my God. You're saying what's mine is now yours?
No, it's not, because you don't have any of it. You don't have the money, the ability to be the next president, the skills, the morals.
This is too different from the plan.
Plans?
When my father is gone, I'll be the next president. Dad's assets will be mine. I'll be free to come to work, take vacations, play around. Rose said that since I'm the son of the president, I should be allowed to do that.
Oh, I'm so disappointed. What did you see in your father when you were growing up that would make you think like that? As your father's president and manager, did he come to work, rest, and play as freely as possible? For the sake of his employees, for the sake of the company, for the sake of his family, he would have done everything he could anyway.
That's because he was the founder. As the second generation, I didn't have to work that hard.
There's no point in talking anymore. I have to attend the company's response meeting now that the president has fallen ill. I'll talk to my lawyer about a divorce in the future. This may be the last luxury vacation of your life. Please enjoy it to the fullest.
Hold on, Jessica. It can't be true that I can't even be the president. I thought I could be the president because I'm the only son. There are things I want to do and places I want to go.
From now on, please live on your own. When you cheated on me a year ago, I feel like I was an idiot for believing in you. It's only been a year and you cheated on me again, and it was with someone in the company.
Again, I'm sorry.
Your apology is unacceptable this time. Please feel sorry for yourself. I'm divorcing you, and you're fired from your job. Your father and his family cut off your parent-child relationship, even if you were banned from your parents' house. I really don't feel anything.
Oh, no. Jessica, I'm sorry. If you will do this, I'll have no income. I won't have anyone to beg for pocket money. I won't be able to make a living. Jessica? I swear this is the last time I'll cheat on you.
Miraculously, Father recovered and returned to work, although he had to use a cane. I divorced him as we had agreed. I also charged them both alimony and kicked them out of the company. When he found out that he could not be the president, Rose left him immediately. He begged me to let him work at the company, but he quit the company when it was discovered that he had been having an affair during working hours. He's currently working part-time somewhere and trying to make ends meet.
Hey, answer it! Answer within a minute. You've got some nerve to ignore my calls.
Excuse me? Who are you? I think you must be mistaking me for someone else. It was an unknown contact, so I didn't answer you.
How dare you talk to me like that? How can I be wrong? How dare you blame me and make fun of me? Jesus! Why did Hank choose this lady?
Hold on. Could it be Hank's mom?
Excuse me? I have a name. First of all, I don't approve of you.
I mean, Mrs. Smith.
Good. So you know about me, right? Then why didn't you introduce yourself before? Hank told me about you. You two have been dating for 3 years already, right? If that's the case, it's normal for you to come and introduce yourself before the marriage proposal. Why didn't you tell me until now? You must have no manners at all.
Well, I went to see you this time to introduce myself as a fiancé. You wanted me to introduce myself when we started dating?
Yeah, it's obvious, isn't it? You don't even know that? You should be saying something like, I'm dating your precious son. How can you not come to introduce yourself? You have no common sense, and yet you try to make fun of me.
I had never heard of such common sense. I apologize for that. Hank thought it wasn't a good idea for me to visit his parents' house, so I was holding back.
I'm sure he was. If I had known he was dating a lady like you, I would have broken off two of you. I only want him to date with girls I approve of.
How did you get my contact?
While Hank was taking a bath, I looked at his phone. I searched for your phone number. I really wanted to say something to you.
Did you look at your son's phone without his permission?
I'm his mother. What's wrong with looking at my son's phone? Hank is my only son. He is the heir to our family. I have to keep an eye on him to make sure he doesn't get any bad woman.
Hank is an adult. You can't just look at his phone without permission. It's an invasion of privacy.
What? Do you know who are you talking to? I wonder if you know what kind of work I do. And you're talking to me like that?
I don't know your profession, Mrs. Smith. I mean, what does your profession have to do with this conversation?
Of course it does. I'm a lawyer. So is my husband. I know more about the law than you do. What kind of work do you do? Hank said he would never tell me what you do. I guess you don't have much of a job, do you?
I am a civil servant.
I see. Which is not a bad job. But compared to me, it's nothing. People say civil servants are basically just puppets of the government. Compared to us, who are lawyers, we are much more intelligent. What about your parents?
They are both working for the government too.
Oh, really? Well, that makes them even more out of character with us. My family is a lawyer and we make good money.
I don't care what you say about me, but why do I have to be told about my parents as well?
Because Hank wants to marry you. When it comes to marriage, it's a house-to-house bond, right? If he marries into a family of incompetent civil servants, it will lower the status of my family. Hank needs to marry a daughter from a respectable family.
I love Hank, and I want to marry him. Even if you don't approve of me right now, I will do my best so that one day you will approve of me.
That's impossible. You can change your parents' job, can you? Until now, when a girlfriend who didn't suit Hank came along, I made him break up with her. You should break up with him too.
After that conversation, Hank apologized to me. He told me that whenever he introduced a girlfriend in the past, if she didn't like her, she would secretly contact her and break them up. So, he said he was very worried about going to his parents this time. Of course, I love Hank and I want to marry him. So, I tried to get her approval without breaking up with him. And I decided to keep in touch with her. Happy birthday to you, Mrs. Smith.
Oh, you know? Thank you. I'm not happy to be greeted by a low-class lady. But I will say thank you as a courtesy. I look forward to seeing you at the party tonight. Party? Are you coming too? Hank has asked me to come. Well, if you attend as Hank's friend, you may attend. Thank you, Mrs. Smith. It's also Hank's engagement party, you know? What? Because people who are very important to me will be at my birthday party. I thought it would be a great opportunity to announce Hank's engagement. Wow, thank you very much. I'm glad you approve of me. Huh? What are you happy about? Jesus, do you think it's you? What? It's not about us? Of course not. The fiancé is not you, of course. She's the daughter of a trading company, Hank's ex-girlfriend. What? What do you mean? I like her a lot. But Hank said he couldn't keep up with her financial stance. That's why they broke up. She had a perfect family background. But I'm glad I invited her to my birthday party. Does Hank know about it? It's a surprise for Hank. But the new fiancé loves Hank so much. She seems to be happy to receive my surprise. If I announce it at the party, Hank won't be able to refuse, you know? If he says no, it's like damaging the reputation of both families. I'm sure he won't do it and accept my surprise. If you're coming to the party too, it's going to be a great party, don't you think? You should take a good look with your own eyes. That is what kind of girl would be a match for Hank and my family. Well, you've done a good job too. You message me almost every day for a month. You were trying to get me to like you and agree to marry you, weren't you? Your shallow plan is so obvious. I'm sorry it didn't work out for you. If Hank wants it, I will back out. But if Hank still chooses me, I won't give up on marrying Hank. After all this, you still won't give up? You really have a stubborn spirit, huh? Well, I'm officially inviting you to today's party. By all means, bring a tissue with you so you can cry. I had a lot to say to her, but after I talked to Hank, we both decided not to attend. Since Hank also did not attend, there was no mention of an engagement. Since I couldn't resolve things through messaging her, I've decided to visit their house and go to formally introduce myself for marriage. We got down on our knees and begged. But the moment I looked up, she suddenly slapped me. I was simply shocked by her action, and gradually it turned into anger. How is your cheek? It's your fault for coming to my house suddenly without an appointment. Rude people deserve to be slapped out. Unlike you, I'm busy with work. Just because you are not busy as me doesn't mean you can do whatever you want in my house. He wanted to bring me to his parents' house for a formal introduction again, but both of you were insisted that I wasn't good enough to be his wife. That's what Hank told me. Of course, I was humiliated on my birthday. The truth is, I had told everyone that I was going to announce Hank's engagement. It's fine that you're not coming, but even Hank didn't attend my party. Not only me, but the new fiancé was also humiliated. You made this happen on your own. I hope you can take responsibility. It wasn't my own decision. Hank and I discussed it, and we decided not to attend. That's a lie. Hank cares for me. He is a wonderful son who cares about his mother. But because he met you, he turned against me and his father. It's all your fault. You really hate me. Yes, I hate you. No matter what you try to do, it's impossible to like you. I'm sorry I slapped you when you came all the way over here. But we're both lawyers, so there's no point in demanding me or something. Don't think for a second that daughter of a low-class family will go against us. My father is a judge. What? I told you, my father is a judge. No way, that's true. My dad knew about you. He said you were in law school together. But you never said anything about your parents was a judge. Well, I said they are civil servants, right? That's true, but... By the way, my mother is also a judge and I'm a prosecutor. You're lying, right? You lied to me. I am a national civil servant. I am not lying. Even Hank never said about that. Many people get defensive if I tell them about my job, so I told him to keep quiet. If you ever attempt to use your legal authority, I will tell them my actual job. That's what I told him. I really wish those moments wouldn't happen. But if you're up for it, we'll just be honest and tell our side too. Wait! When you say your father knows me, I don't know anyone named Anderson. I have a good memory, you know? Now I know you're lying. Anderson is my mother's surname. My father took my mom's surname when they got married. My father's maiden name was Williams. Williams? That top student? That's a lie. I can't believe he raised a lady like you. I heard you always borrowed my dad's notes. Yes, I always borrowed his notes because it was very organized. Did he say anything else about me? Oh, the Valentine's Day story. That was funny. He remembered? That's not true. It was a misunderstanding. You gave him a love letter, right? But I heard he was dating my mother, who was 2 years younger than him at the time. And he rejected you. That's not true. That was a prank. I was just teasing him because he was a top student. Really? That's funny. Even after he rejected you, you kept following my dad around. Even when they were on a date, you tried to interrupt them. I heard you were a stalker to a level that would make anyone cringe. Stop it! It's my dark history! I've already told my father everything you did and said to me this time. What? What did he say? What does your father think of me? He's quite angry. Oh no! I never thought you were the daughter of my first love. Well, now I notice you look like your dad, and you look smart too. You don't have to try to be nice. You've said a lot of things about me before, and I know how you really feel about me. Your family is different from ours, so I will talk to Hank again. If we get married, your family will lose its prestige, right? Our family is lower status than yours, so please be positive about the marriage. I would like to apologize directly to you. I want to see your father too. You don't have to do this. You are so busy that you don't have time to meet with me, right? I will talk it over with Hank. Wait a minute. Please marry my Hank. I couldn't stop laughing at her new attitude when I told her about my parents. I cannot forget what she did to me, but I told Hank that I still want to marry him. Hank felt guilty and blamed himself, and he promised me I would not be hurt again. So, Hank came up with a great idea. How have you been feeling since then? Mrs. Smith, it's been a while. Oh no, you don't have to call me like that. You can call me Mom. Just talk to me more casually. We're family now. No, I'm a stranger. So, I will continue to act like this. What made you message me? I was just wondering if the scar on your cheek was healed. It's healed nicely, so I'm fine. Thank goodness. I felt bad about it. But you know, it just happened. I didn't do it intentionally. I see. Well, I don't care anymore. Really? Then that's good. If you want, why don't you come to have dinner with us? I haven't been able to get in touch with Hank lately. I'm worried about what happened to the marriage. We're fine. Hank was concerned about it. But I still wanted to marry him. My parents like Hank very much too. So, the marriage is still going. Your parents? I'm so glad. I'm so happy that you two are getting married. I will do my best to support you. Let's have dinner to celebrate. Your parents are welcome to join us. It's been a while since I've had a chance to talk with your dad too. Hank is the only one my parents like. My parents have mixed feelings for you. What? So, they are only welcome about Hank. To be honest, I'm a little bit surprised that you are still hung up on your first love, even though you are married. Don't be so cold. When we get married, we will be family. Your parents won't be strangers to us, you know? You will remain strangers. Hank will cut off ties with you. Huh? What are you talking about? Hank is our only son. It's what Hank wants. He's fed up with his parents and wants to disown them. What's going to happen to us if he's going to disown us? Hank is my only son. I don't know about that, but he said that he wants to give up his family name already. My father and mother both accepted Hank. Wait a minute, I didn't hear anything about that. Besides, you messaged me today because Hank didn't send any money, right? That's why you tried to talk to me, wasn't it? How did you know that? Hank told me. On payday, you were always asking for money. You love branded stuff and you were always short of money. I heard that law firms don't have many clients either. So, he's not going to support us financially anymore? If you live decently, you wouldn't have a hard time. That's what he said. You keep saying he's your only son, but in the end, you don't want to give him up because you want to get money from him, right? But we are both lawyers. We have to have a lavish life. We are a family, so it's natural that we help each other with money, isn't it? If we want to help each other, then yes. But in your case, you were dependent on Hank. But the payment is due today. If I don't pay the rent for the office, we have to close the office. We won't be able to earn money. I guess you deserve it. Please, lend me the money. Just lend it to me. You don't have to give it to me. No, I won't lend you money. I'm not stupid enough to lend money to someone who has no chance of repaying it. Then, give me the money. Your mother-in-law is in trouble. I can give you two. How audacious can you be? You have a lot of savings, right? Come on. I've spent a lot of my savings. We're going to have a big wedding here. What? A wedding? And that hotel is very prestigious. When you invite people related to your business, I had to have a wedding at a place like this. It's very popular, and I couldn't get a reservation for a long time. Suddenly, the wedding hall got cancelled. So, we were able to have a wedding 1 month early. I've been preparing for the wedding for a while now, cutting down on my sleeping hours. I know it's short notice, but I wanted to make the ceremony as nice as possible. You're getting married in a month? I didn't get the invitation. Because I didn't invite you. But I'm Hank's mother. It's not right that I'm not invited to the wedding. I will attend the wedding no matter what. I don't think you should. What if you come to the wedding and ruin it? If you have a lawyer badge, you understand, don't you? Yeah, I know, but it's not right that the mother isn't invited to the wedding. The other attendees would understand how I feel. We didn't send you a wedding invitation. There will be people at this wedding who knows the law as well as you do. Then please, just lend me the money for this month. If I can't pay the rent today, I won't be able to leave. I'm so sorry. I know you tried so hard to raise Hank, and I really appreciate it. From now on, our family will support Hank. Well then, take care. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry for what I did to you and to Hank. As a mother, I really wanted to choose the right person for him. I'm sorry I crossed the line. I'm sorry. I apologize. Please, don't abandon me. Please, let me attend the wedding at least. It's my only son's big day. Please. They sold their house and luxury goods and managed to pay the rent for their office. Now, Hank's parents are working very hard together. I heard that they used to be selective about their work. But now, they are taking on jobs no matter how small. Because of that, they have become a reputable law firm. My father always wanted a son. And he loves Hank like his son. They often go out without me. To be honest, we got married early because I was pregnant. Hank's parents seem to be changed in a good way. We are planning to send them a picture of their grandchild after the baby is born.
Hi, Michelle. Long time no see. I finally know where you live. Huh? What do you mean? Did you track down my apartment? Well, it's been 7 years, you know. I had a hard time finding you. You hid from me pretty well. What do you want? Do you know how much trouble you've caused? Ken and I had to leave our hometown because of you. I'm finally getting used to this place. What's wrong with you? You stay away from us. Oh, it was Ken's fault for rejecting me. I offered to go out with him because he was good looking. I thought we would become a perfect couple, but he rejected me. You guys are not suitable for me. I know what you did after that. You told everyone Ken became your stalker because you rejected him. That's right. It's one of the dark pasts I want to forget. Of course, everyone believed me, and I succeeded in removing you and Ken from this town. If you're relieved that you succeeded in getting rid of us, just leave us alone. Oh my, your friend took the time to text you. You should be more pleased. What are you trying to do? But I'm not the same person I used to be. You are the daughter of a corporate president, but you can't use that title anywhere anymore. Well, it's already late. Huh? Should I tell you or not? What? I stole your boyfriend. What? What boyfriend? I live by myself. You're lying. I know you live with your boyfriend in apartment 3A. What? I made out with him while you were at work. You guys are done. Why? My dad's company opened a branch office near your apartment. I was assigned to be the branch manager, so I moved here. I saw you on my first day off and followed you to your apartment. Oh my God! I only identified your apartment that day, but I returned later and I found out you were living with a handsome guy. I don't know about a boyfriend, but if you find my apartment, I'll move out as soon as possible. What? I don't want anything to do with you. Oh no! I just found you. We can be friends again. You've got to be kidding me. Hello, Ken? Can I come over and stay the night? Hi, Michelle. What's going on? Naomi found my apartment. What? She's getting really snippy, and she's talking nonsense. I have a feeling I'm about to get into trouble. I'm going to pack quickly and take a cab to your place. Let me stay with you for a while. Okay, be careful. Hey, Michelle, where are you? Yeah, I'm in a cab. Then can you go to April's place? April? Yes, just tell the driver to change the destination. April will pay if you need more money for the cab. I will be okay with the money. I just told the driver about the change. So why April? April is at my apartment right now, and I told her about your situation. She pointed out that Naomi may come to my place looking for you, so please go to April's place for now. I can't do that to your fiancé. Your safety is most important. April loves you, so she's happy to help you. I want you to rely on her for this. I see. I'll be there then. Yep. April is going home now to wait for you. Say thank you to April. I will. What's this? You said you would move, but you haven't, have you? I asked your boyfriend about you, and he said you went to work as usual. Well, if that's the case, I should make out with your boyfriend again. At first, I just wanted to harass you, but he's so good looking. I'm going to steal him seriously now, and I will kick you out of this town again. Naomi? Hi, Michelle. I've been making love to your boyfriend since this morning. Oops, he's my boyfriend now. He says he loves me and he's going to break up with you. Sorry. What are you doing? Whose place is that? What? Again, I live alone. I have had a boyfriend, but I don't have one now. You must have misunderstood something. You can't try to escape from me like that. He says he doesn't want to be with you anymore. He's going to pack up and move in with me. Okay. Well, he'll be gone when you get back from work. I'll also spread rumors so you won't try to stay in this apartment. I've already started making arrangements to move out, so I don't mind. Oh well, I wonder how long you can keep up your lies and bluster. Michelle, I went to see what was going on with Naomi. How is she doing? It's pretty messed up. I also found out about the guy that Naomi thought was your boyfriend. Nice! You are a good detective. I'm not as good as April, though. So I'm going over there now. I want to meet you a little far from April's place to be safe. April suggested the coffee shop in East Side Building. We'll meet there in an hour. Okay. Michelle, how are you? A lonely woman who just got dumped? Are you enjoying your freedom? Oh, I know why you are here now. You were transferred because you made a compliance violation at your father's company. Huh? And you are the only person at your office. There's no branch on the company website in this neighborhood. Hey! Were you trying to relieve the stress by nagging me? Why? How? How do I know that? I won't tell you. What are you doing? You went crazy after your boyfriend dumped you? This boyfriend? Could it be Holden? Yes. Oh, I knew it! Why are you asking me? Don't you at least remember your boyfriend's name? You said 3A, right? That's right. It looks like you're finally ready to lose. I lived in room 3B. Huh? Holden lives in 3A with his real girlfriend. The third floor, apartment A. What? The management took our apartment number signs off the other day. Okay, why? They wanted to paint all the doors. I think you got the correct address, but the next time you visited the apartment, you must have knocked on the wrong door. You thought Holden was my boyfriend and seduced him. That's what happened. What? Did I not bother you at all? Yes, you did. I moved to a new place the other day. Seriously? Oh, but you had to quit your job for that. If you didn't, I would have found you, wouldn't I? Oh no, you're unemployed. That's too bad. Aww. No problem. That's totally fine. Why not? I work remotely. I can work from anywhere as long as I have a computer and internet access. What? I had already saved to move out, so it wasn't a painful expense. The only damage I can say is that I was surprised by your first message in 7 years. Where are you? Why? I'm going to hunt you down. Is this really the time for you to say that? Say it! Where do you live now? You really don't have time for this, Naomi. Huh? I have 2 pieces of unfortunate news for you. What? You're bluffing. Number 1. About Holden, The guy you thought was my boyfriend? He tends to be highly obsessed with his women. What? His real girlfriend had a hard time breaking up with him, and then you came along. What? She told me she was grateful to you. She said, I don't understand why she likes that pimp, but thank you for taking him. A pimp? Yes, she had already moved out. She is happy now. Huh? Oh no! I can't believe he's such a guy. Why didn't you tell me? I just found out. There's no way I could have told you. It's terrible! The unfortunate news, number 2. Actually, my brother has a fiancée. Her name is April. What? April? You know her, right? No way! She's the daughter of the CEO of my dad's company, Miss April? She's been supporting us since you kicked us out of our hometown. Now she's like a little sister to me. April also loves me like an older sister, and soon we'll be sisters-in-law. You are pathetic. Pathetic? Yes. If you hadn't messed with me, nothing would have happened. Huh? What? You're a branch manager, right? That's right. You're not working at all. What? You were messing with me, also flirting with Holden in the middle of the daytime. In other words, during working hours. Since that was confirmed, April's father told your dad to take a suitable measure. What? Hey, what are you doing? What if I get fired? Well, you'll probably be fired. Even though it was a branch office, you had a chance. I can't believe you crushed it like this. That's too bad. Please help me out! Huh? We've known each other since we were little. That's more than friends. What are you talking about? Of course I'm not going to answer it. I doubt we'll ever see each other again. I hope you'll be happy with the pimp. No! No way! Ken found out that Naomi was fired. This branch manager arrangement was the last mercy of her father. It turned out that she was not doing her job at all. The president disowned Naomi. Holden the pimp is completely obsessed with Naomi. Naomi has no choice but to stay with Holden. Holden monitors Naomi all the time. Naomi works part-time within a 2-mile radius of their apartment to support him. Furthermore, she found out that the marriage certificate has been issued. Due to emotional distress, she has been very depressed.
You've let me down big time. You're such a horrible person. What? What happened, Janice? What happened? You better think long and hard about what you did. I never thought you'd be the kind of person to throw a child out in 10 degrees Fahrenheit weather. My grandchild is safe with me now. You should turn yourself in. I'm sorry, I can't quite follow you. What are you talking about? It's about Lily. She's supposed to be with Tim. What nonsense! I just happened to stop by your house, and she was standing right in front of the house. No way. On a freezing day like this, is she okay? You've got some nerve. And you call yourself a mother? I'm asking if she's okay. She's fine because I took care of her. You're good at pretending to be concerned after doing what you did. I didn't throw her out. I left her under the care of Tim. What was he doing? Leaving her outside on such a cold day? I called him and he said he had a sudden business trip and is in Boston now. What the? He didn't say a word to me about it. You didn't know? That's impossible. You leave your little daughter outside and then try to blame it on your husband. You're such an irresponsible mother. I can't leave my precious grandchild with you. Hold on. It really wasn't me. Then who else could it be? There's no one else but you. I'm actually in the hospital. Oh. I'm just getting some tests done and will be discharged tomorrow. I've been here for 3 days now, and I haven't left all day today. What's wrong with you? They found a slight issue with my stomach during a health checkup, so as a precaution, I'm undergoing further tests. Oh, I didn't know. No one told me. It's my bad then. I totally misunderstood the situation. But it's strange, isn't it? Tim wouldn't schedule a business trip while I'm in the hospital. I've clearly communicated about my health checkup and the hospitalization. It's improbable that he'd go away forgetting about it. That's true. It's fortunate that you happened to come by. Otherwise, who knows what would have happened to Lily. Anyway, I'm glad she's safe now. I'll keep her with me, so pick her up when you're discharged tomorrow. Okay, thank you so much. I'm sorry for doubting you. No, it's fine. Thank you for saving her. I hope the tests come back clear. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Where are you?
I'm in Boston for business. What's up?
You left Lily alone and went on a business trip? Seriously?
Huh?
It's 10 degrees Fahrenheit in Cleveland. You went to work while leaving her outside on a day like this? Where is your brain?
What are you talking about? Do you really think that I would do something like that?
Don't play innocent. Your mom messaged me. She said Lily was left alone outside by the front door.
You've got to be kidding me.
I was scolded by her at first. She told me to turn myself in and said she couldn't trust me with her grandchild.
Is she okay?
Supposedly, yes. She's with Janice now.
This is outrageous. I can't believe it.
I know. What were you thinking? And you call yourself a father? I'm disappointed in you.
No, it's not me. My mom is unbelievable.
Huh? What do you mean? She saved Lily, you know.
No, that's not it. For the 3 days you're away, you know I took a leave, right?
Yeah.
But my boss had a medical emergency, and I was suddenly asked to take over his part.
And I'm saying that's not an excuse for leaving Lily behind. If you're trying to justify yourself, it's pathetic, so stop it.
That's not it. Let me finish. I talked to Mom about it. I asked her to take care of Lily until the evening.
Really?
You didn't want to worry anyone, so you asked me not to say a word about your hospitalization, right?
Yeah, but
I thought I could make it back on the last flight, and I told her you were working late too, so she agreed to take care of her.
You could have mentioned it to her if it was an emergency.
Well, I didn't want to.
Why?
I haven't told you this before, but when it comes to you, she can't stop complaining.
What?
She doesn't accept you as my wife. She meddles in Lily's matters too. If she found out that you weren't well, she'd start saying stuff like, you can't even take care of yourself. I didn't want to hear all of that.
I had no idea. Why doesn't she come to me directly?
You know the kind of people. They won't say it to your face, but talk behind your back. She's that type. Been like that for ages.
Who knew? It's a bit shocking.
It's just that if I'd told you, it would have only made you upset. And it was hard for me too. Sorry for keeping quiet.
You were looking out for me, thanks. But using my work as an excuse to ask for her help might have upset her too.
She doesn't really bring that up much. We do give her $500 every month, you know. It's thanks to you.
I see. It's like make money but don't slack off as a wife or mother. She's pretty tough, huh?
Something like that. She doesn't seem to like that I help with housework and parenting either.
I know she's old-fashioned.
Anyway, going back to the point. Something isn't right because I left Lily with her, but she was found alone outside. Especially today with the news talking about this record-breaking cold wave. It's freezing even at midday. Leaving a small child outside on such a day is just not right.
True, but if this was all to brand me as a bad mother, it does make sense.
Oh, Jesus. My own mother would do something so awful.
I'm really worried about Lily, so I'll cancel the remaining tests and go back home right away. You can't leave work yet, right?
It looks like I won't make it home until tonight. But will the doctor allow you to leave?
I think he'll understand if I explain the situation. I feel bad, but I'll reschedule the tests for another day. More importantly, if something happens to Lily, I'd regret it for all my life.
You're right. I'm sorry too. I shouldn't have accepted the trip at a time like this.
And I'm sorry for doubting you. I should know better than anyone that you're not the type of person to do something like this.
It's my mom who's in the wrong. I can't believe things turned out like this.
I need to hurry. I'll let you know how it goes.
All right.
Are you okay to be discharged earlier? You didn't have to trouble yourself to rush back just for tonight. I could have taken care of Lily, you know. You could have finished your tests with peace of mind. I can't trust someone like you with my precious daughter. Why are you talking to me like that? Is that how you talk to the person who saved your child's life? You're right. I hear you're talking bad about me behind my back. Tim told me. What? Are you turning me into a bad guy here? Don't you think there's an issue on your side too? Weren't you planning to leave Lily outside, get the police involved, and kick me out? My hospitalization was an unexpected turn of events, huh? Can you stop speculating? Tim left her with you and went on a business trip, right? So why did you come to the house? It's strange, isn't it? Your arguments don't add up. He's lying. He never asked me to take care of her. It's weird to casually visit our house early in the morning on a snowy day. I had business to attend to, even in the bad weather. In a 10-degree Fahrenheit? This is nothing for a woman from the north. He wouldn't understand, coming from the tropics. Whatever. So you say Tim's lying. Your son unfortunately left his beloved daughter out in the freezing cold and went to Boston. He's a heartless person. That's what you're saying, huh? Exactly. My own son is a disgrace. Due to his job, he has an app that automatically records all phone calls. And he says there's a recorded conversation with you early in the morning. But are you still going to deny it? I'm getting old. I have no memory of making such a call. If you have evidence, let's hear it. I sure do. It's about time you admit it. Yeah, I agree. So, Tim?
Huh? Me? What am I supposed to admit?
I rushed to leave the hospital to protect Lily from you.
What are you talking about?
That conversation was scripted with Celine. It was a quick improvisation, but it turned out realistic, didn't it? You're quick-witted, Janice.
What's the point of all this? It makes no sense at all.
I wanted to see how you'd react, but you just stayed quiet and followed the argument between us. You couldn't say anything because you knew you'd expose yourself if you did, right?
Expose what?
I couldn't believe it when you told me that Janice was talking bad about me. She's always been so kind and cared about both Lily and me. But I also wanted to believe you. I struggled a lot with who to believe.
Of course, it should be me, right? I'm your husband. Your hard-working husband is more worthy of trust than your mother-in-law, who only complains about you, right?
That's true, assuming you're really an honest, hard-working husband. So first, I decided to confirm whether your business trip was real.
Why?
You got the job through connections from your late father, right? I still send Christmas cards to the CEO, so we're still in touch.
Seriously?
I was told there was no employee who was out on medical emergency today, and there were no plans for a business trip to Boston.
Darn it! I can't believe I'm busted so easily.
So you're still in Cleveland, right? Where exactly are you now?
I'm at a cafe. I just wanted some time alone. It's only been 2 days, but taking care of Lily turned out to be more challenging than I thought, and I was getting frustrated.
Uh-huh.
Like this morning, she refused to listen to me. She didn't want to go to the aquarium and kept asking for an ice cream. She was being so demanding, so I thought I'd let her cool off outside for a bit and reflect.
And then? Even though you knew it was a record-breaking cold wave, you left her outside and ran away, right?
I wasn't planning to stay out for a long time, but when I came back after about 30 minutes, she was gone, not at home or anywhere. I panicked and started searching for her. Then I received your message saying that Mom took her back in with her.
Your story is making no sense. The first person who called you was supposed to be Janice, right? That's when you lied about going to Boston.
Oh, did I? I don't remember the details.
But why did you try to frame her? If you admitted the guilt and apologized right then, all this trouble could have been avoided.
But if I said I left Lily outside, you would have gone berserk.
Of course.
So I felt bad, but I had Mom take the blame.
I would never do something like that to my grandchild.
My bad. I've been pretending to be a hands-on dad, but the truth is I can't handle her at all. Dealing with her just frustrates me.
But you seem to be doting on your other child quite a bit.
Huh?
I heard that company phones have GPS to track location, so I urgently hired a detective to keep an eye on you.
You're kidding.
You were carrying a boy around 3-year-old on your shoulders and taking a walk in the cold. You seemed pretty happy.
That's not...
I became certain after seeing the photo. You wanted to get rid of Lily because she was in your way, right? You intentionally left her out in the cold and wanted to see what happened. In reality, if Janice hadn't come, it might have turned out fatal. It's truly terrifying.
That's absolutely not true.
She's already 5 years old. She understands a lot of things. I know there are things you made her promise not to tell anyone. She told me everything. You scream at her whenever I'm not around, right?
Do you believe what a little child says? As an adult, I'm more credible than a 5-year-old.
On the contrary, you tell dirty lies. A child has no reason to make up such stories.
It's just a way of discipline.
We promised not to raise our voices at her, but she said you did, all the time.
She's misunderstanding it.
I got worried. You'd done more than that, so I checked her body in a panic. There were no bruises or injuries. But I suspect you have without leaving marks and made her keep it a secret. This is more malicious on your part.
No evidence means I'm innocent. Don't insult me with your delusions.
What traumatized her the most was when you said that she was unwanted and that she and I should go far away. Everything you've done, I'll never forgive you for it. Me too. I'll never forgive you for causing so much pain to her.
I've never said such an awful thing. Don't be fooled too, Mom. It's all lies. You're fabricating affairs and abuse to frame me.
I wouldn't bring up such serious matters without evidence. You know the stuffed bear Lily carries around, right?
No, I don't.
It's like a walkie-talkie. We used to play with it together in the house. It has a recording function, you know. You can probably figure out where I'm going with this.
You mean there's no way something so convenient could happen?
Well, it did. I distinctly heard your voice saying that she was an unwanted child. I deluded myself into thinking you were a good father and I couldn't protect her from you. She's hurt because of me, so I deserve punishment too. That's not true, Celine. I was close to you guys, so I share the blame. It's also my fault for raising a son like him. But there's someone who should be punished before us. We should make sure he pays the price, and then we can accept our own punishment. Janice.
Please, both of you, give me a break. Toys can't be used as evidence.
A 3-year-old boy and uttering horrible things to Lily. I connected the dots. You saw us as a handicap. You deliberately left Lily outside, hoping she'd disappear. But then I came along, so you used the situation. You made me the bad guy, hoping Celine would push for a divorce because she wouldn't want to be near such a terrible mother-in-law.
That's right. I faked, though.
You love that little boy more than Lily, don't you? Then you should have told me earlier. A jerk like you, I'll gladly pass you to the other woman with a thank you note. I hope she'll be thrilled to receive you.
I figured that you'd make a fuss about alimony. I didn't want to deal with it.
Of course. A traitor must be held accountable. Isn't it logical?
How much?
300,000 would do.
What?
This house and savings would be about 250,000, plus 50,000 as alimony.
That's outrageous. I'm aware of the going rate. At most, it's around 50,000, not 300,000.
The amount reflects the anger of Celine, Lily, and me, and you'll have to make amends for it.
So what am I supposed to do then? I'll have no money. And how would I raise my precious son?
You idiot! Don't rank your children. Lily is your daughter too.
I wanted a son, but you went ahead and had a girl. I'm not to blame. It's your fault for not having a boy.
Janice, I don't want to talk to this person anymore. I'm getting nauseated too. We'll stay at a hotel tonight. I have a meeting with a lawyer tomorrow, so could you please take care of Lily? I don't know how much damage this jerk has caused on her, so I want to consult with a psychiatrist too. Honestly, I feel like my stomach is going to have a hole from the stress. It may not be only for the medical tests next time I go to the hospital. Oh no, that sounds tough. Yes, I'll look after her. I can even accompany you. Thank you. Rest well. Yes, I'll hold Lily close in bed. Good night. You're still here. Get lost already.
Are you going to walk away from me too, Mom? I'm your precious son, right?
You're not my son. I'll report everything to your boss. You're a criminal. And you'll probably get fired, so make sure to handle the handover properly and don't cause any trouble.
Why is it coming to this?
You're really pathetic. I can't even shed tears.
Please, stay on my side.
Tim was charged for child abandonment and verbal abuse toward Lily. Obviously, he lost his job. Apparently, he tried seeking help from the other woman, but she refused to recognize a jobless criminal as the father and told him never to come near again. She destroyed my family, yet acted all high and mighty. I'm planning to have a face-to-face meeting with her. Even though I haven't forgiven her yet, her son and Lily are half-siblings. Money, home, family, and illegitimate child. Tim lost it all. At least it would have been better if he'd gone to prison, but he got a 3-year probation. He's doing day labor and living day by day now. That day, Janice stopped by our house by chance after she went to the post office to mail an urgent letter. Thanks to that, we can still see Lily's smile. I can't help but feel grateful, thinking about what would have happened without her. Thanks to counseling, Lily didn't develop any trauma. Currently, the 3 of us, Janice, Lily, and I, live together. It's quite enjoyable to have 3 women in the house.
April, how are you? Long time no see. Who are you? Oh my god, I'm your friend Rose. Huh? Rose? Why? How many years has it been? Why do you have my number? What? I asked you how long it's been since I've seen you. Answer me. Well, it's been since I graduated from junior college, so about 9 years. Oh yeah, well done, LOL. I knew you were smart. Who gave you my number? By the way, I heard you got married. What? Come on, answer my question. I'm asking the questions. I'm married, but... Oh, really? I see. Tell me how you got my number. So, is this guy your husband? Hey, what? Actually, you know, your husband Tommy is my current boyfriend. What? No way. It really is true. What do you mean, boyfriend? Are you having an affair with Tommy? Oh, you're so smart, aren't you? I can't believe that. Why? The proof is, well, last Sunday, I guess. Tommy was out, right? Yes, he was out, but he went shopping with me and then went to a hotel. While we were shopping, he found a limited edition pair of sneakers from a famous manufacturer. He found 2 pairs in different colors, red for me and blue for him. We bought matching pairs. The next day, he went jogging in his new blue sneakers. When he goes jogging, isn't it either 6 to 7 in the morning or 8 to 9 at night? Yes, but how do you know that? Because we're meeting, of course. What? He says he's going jogging, but we're actually doing things together in my car. That's a lie. I told you it's true. So you're saying that you took my phone number from Tommy's phone? Well, yeah. Oh. Since it's true, this is probably where I should say I'm sorry for taking your husband away. But you wouldn't ask me to say something so stupid, right? Why? What? Are you going to make me say it? Did you forget? I said it before many times, didn't I? You also repeated it over and over, didn't you? Smart April didn't forget what she said then, did she? That's... Come on, say it. I can beat you up again just like back then, right? Go ahead, say it. Now, say it. What's mine is yours, Rose. Yes, that's it. Even if it's been 9 years since we graduated, or decades from now, it'll never change. That means your husband is mine. You understand? Does that mean I should get a divorce? Well, yeah. At first, I thought I'd just sleep with him and be done with it. But then I heard that Tommy is the president of a company. What's more, he lives in such a huge mansion. I don't know how you managed to get such a respectable man. But he's too good for you, so I'll take him. Besides, I want to be married by the time I'm 30. I have less than a year to go, so I need to hurry. So, Tommy is mine. Let me think about it. Huh? You should have said yes, I'll give him to Rose. That's the way it's always been, isn't it? It's not the same as before. Tommy and I are married in the legal sense, and there are procedures necessary for divorce. I can't go along with just losing a cheating boyfriend and being done with him like we did back then. Rose, you've been divorced once, right? You know you have to go through the process, right? Can't you at least understand that? Oh, you knew about my divorce? I don't remember who told me, but yeah, I know. Well, it's true that divorce is a lot of hassle, but if you don't bother me with these procedures, I'll wait for you. I don't think I'll have to bother you during the process. It's between me and Tommy. Oh, I see. Well then, please do it as soon as possible. I'll do it. Hey, April! How long are you going to make me wait? I said I wanted to get married soon, right? I said I wanted to be married by 30, right? Hurry up! Hurry! You didn't run away, did you? I won't let you run away from me. Rose, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just about to call you. The divorce is final. Oh, really? Well, I'm going to go register the marriage right now. Right now? Tommy is still here. How will you get the marriage certificate? The marriage certificate is already written. All I have to do is submit it. Oh, I see. If you have time to worry about me and Tommy, why don't you worry about yourself instead? Get your stuff together and get out of that house. Yeah, I'm packing my bags. Yeah, good idea. LOL. Now, what do you need to say? What's mine is roses. Good. April? Hey, what's this? What's wrong? What's going on? Why is Tommy's stuff being brought to my house? Tommy even said he moved out of that house. What is this? What? Tommy divorced me. Is there a problem with that? Divorce isn't a problem, but why was Tommy kicked out? That mansion is for me and Tommy to live in. All you have to do is get out. You're the intruder, right? You kicked Tommy out of the house and now you want to live there? How dare you? I'm not trying to live there. I told you I'm packing my bags too. Did Tommy not tell you? What? This house is in my father's name. Huh? Your father? This is my father's second house. He just let me live here to take care of the house as well. Wait a minute. I thought you had a single mom. When you were about to graduate from junior year, your mother was sick. I felt sorry for you then, so I gave you a job. What? What do you mean? I mean, didn't you say you don't know who your father is? You said you were estranged from all your relatives except your mother, and that you were all alone in the world. That's what I was told too. 5 years ago, I found out something that surprised me. You mean you found your father? Yes, that's right. I don't know if this really pertains to me, but I guess facts are stranger than fiction. What is it? What's going on? Don't be coy, just tell me. My father was the president of a company. What? When he was young, for some reason he couldn't marry my mother and they separated. And he married another woman without knowing that I was his daughter. But 5 years ago, he found out that my mother had already passed away and that I existed, so he came to see me. Now I work for my father's company to make a living. What? What is that? That kind of happy story. I can't believe that would happen to you of all people. Really? I still think I'm dreaming sometimes. Are you serious? Yes, it's true. Wow. Hey, April. So there's something in it for me too, right? Something you can benefit from? What are you talking about? The mansion there. You say it's in your dad's name, but if you beg him, he'll give it to you. Oh, that's 100% not going to happen. Why not? What's yours is mine. So why don't you just take what's yours and give it to me? We're selling the house. What? Sold? I told you, I don't live here. Tommy brought another woman here while I was gone. My father decided to sell the house because he didn't want a house with such a bad memory. What? I've never been in that house. I think there's some kind of a mistake. Oh, I'm not talking about you, Rose. I'm talking about Tommy's true love. Huh? You're lying. What are you talking about? It's a lie. That's not true. I mean, it's such a fake story. Oh, that part's not so bad either. Tommy's company is being absorbed by my father's company. What do you mean? Tommy's company was on the verge of collapse when I got married. My father became the largest shareholder of Tommy's company and supported it, somehow keeping it afloat until now. And then this affair happened, didn't it? My father was so angry with Tommy that he decided to cut off all support. Tommy's company could no longer stand on its own. And since Tommy's company couldn't stand on its own, it would be difficult for the other employees if it went bankrupt. So, the company was absorbed into my father's company. Well then. Tommy is stepping down. He was starting over as an employee, but he still didn't feel comfortable there, so he resigned yesterday. and the severance pay was used to pay my alimony. Tommy is now poor and unemployed? Also, his parents have cut him off, so he's lost his house to go back to. That's not good. I've already registered the marriage. Don't make me accept such a bad partner. I'm divorced. It's none of my business. I don't need an unemployed homeless person. Give me your mansion. What's yours is mine, right? Yeah, that's right. Oh, really? I hear the buyout price is in the hundreds of millions. Can you afford it? Hey, that's for free. What's yours is mine. There's no way I'm paying money to you. Come on, say it again. Come on, say it. What's mine is Rose's, right? Say it quickly. Like I said before, it's in my father's name, so it's not mine. I can't give it to you for free because it's not mine. I gave Tommy to you, so isn't it fine? I'm not happy to get that unemployed loser. I mean, he's a burden. Just shut up and give me the mansion. You want to be ripped to shreds? You'd better stop doing that. Don't talk back. There are plenty of men out there who would tear you to shreds if I would just talk to them. I didn't tell you, but I have a bodyguard with me at all times now. Bodyguard? What? Why you? My half-brother was almost kidnapped once before. I've heard it's been this way ever since. If you do anything to me, I'm sure there will be payback for you and your friends. Stop it! Don't say threatening things! If that's what you think, then please don't get involved with me anymore. Frankly, I don't like the idea of having my father's power behind me. But he has more anger towards you than I do. Even I, his own daughter, was shaken up by it. Right now, I just have a bodyguard. But if anything more happens to me, I'm afraid someone will pay you a visit. Wait! I don't want anything to do with you from now on. Just get out of this town with Tommy. Wait! I work for a company too, you know. You're asking me to resign now? It's not like you don't know how hard it is to find a job in this day and age. If you leave by the end of this month, I'll reduce your payments somewhat. Payment? I have to pay something. You were having an affair, so it's only natural. Just to let you know, Tommy's true love paid the money we demanded in one go and left this town yesterday. Oh no, you're kidding, right? This is the maximum concession I can make. My lawyer is on his way over there right now. Lawyer? I've been thinking a lot about this, so I'll make sure to settle things with Rose. I'll see you in court next time. I found out later. The marriage certificate that Rose submitted was something she prepared jokingly when she and Tommy had a drink together, and it was not something that was properly agreed upon. However, Rose was the only thing that remained for Tommy, who had lost so many things. When Rose asked for a divorce, Tommy went into a half-crazy state and has been unemployed ever since. Since then, Rose has been forced to live a very constrained life with Tommy, who is unemployed at the new place they moved to. So, this time, I had the help of my father to solve the problem. But I realized that I myself could not continue as I am now, and that I had to change. I would like to take this experience as a positive one and think hard about how I can live a stronger and prouder life.
Hey, Tyler, what's wrong? You haven't talked to me since the wedding yesterday. You don't even answer when I call you directly. I had no choice but to text you. Did I do something wrong? I won't know if you don't tell me. If there's something wrong, let's talk about it. Anyway, I'm going to work this afternoon, so I'll be there. Leave me a message if you need anything. Bye. Natalie, good job on the wedding the other day. Hey, sis. Thank you, too, for coming. It's been a while since I've seen you, so I was happy to see you, too. I know you were busy with work, but you made the effort to come, right? Thank you so much. It's my sister's wedding, of course. But due to work, I couldn't make it to the meeting with both families, so I had to meet the groom's side on the day of the ceremony. That's totally fine. I talked it over with them, and they're fine. Hey, Natalie, are you alone right now? Yeah, I was just chilling in my room. Do you have time to text? I'm totally fine with that. What? Sounds a little deep, though. When you're like that, it's when you have something bad to say, right? No, actually, I'm afraid I'm going to tell you something a little, well, quite disturbing, so sorry. I knew it. What's wrong? About our mother and father? It might help to put it in a little more context. Really? I thought I was glad they came, even though they were a little reluctant. But then they said they'd never seen a bride whose wedding dress didn't suit her so well. And to top it all off, the guests on the bride's side lacked class. They were saying all sorts of stuff. I wish I could have stopped them, but it was like talking to a brick wall. They didn't listen one little bit. I'm really sorry. Making you feel bad like that on your wedding of all days? You don't have to apologize. I know you were trying your best to stop them, so don't worry about it. That's all I need from you. I mean, since you're on my side, I don't care what our parents say. It makes me feel better to hear you say that. Here's the problem. Huh? What's wrong? Calm down and listen to me. The folks are thinking of making Tyler my husband. Huh? Tyler is my husband. Even though they know that they're talking about it. Of course, I have no intention of doing that. I'm sure you know that, but just so you know. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, you have a boyfriend. You've been dating since high school. There's no way you would leave him just to marry Tyler. Why are they saying that? They don't know I have a boyfriend, because I've been hiding it. If they found out, they tried to break us up. Oh, I see. So you've been dating in secret all this time. But the idea of having the man who became your sister's husband your husband, that idea itself is insane. And along with that, how is Tyler the center of this doing? I saw the folks whispering stuff to Tyler at the after party. I was just wondering if you noticed anything unusual after that. Yeah, he didn't say a word. Oh, not a word? I mean, he's been completely and totally ignoring me. He won't even talk to me directly, and he's ignoring my messages. Is that right? Yeah, that's why I thought something was wrong. But since he won't talk to me, I can't ask him what's going on, and I'm having a hard time finding out. But it's possible that we just talked about has something to do with it. So that's been going on. I wonder what the folks were talking with him about. I can imagine that it's definitely the pattern of saying bad things about me. Natalie, why don't the two of us meet in person once and go over things? Yeah, that might be a good idea. Maybe as soon as possible. I have a bad feeling about this. If it's okay with you, how about tomorrow? How about we meet at the coffee shop between our offices? Yeah, I already know that I'm getting off on time tomorrow, so that won't be a problem. Okay, I'll see you there at 6:30 p.m. Okay. Good morning, Tyler. I'm going to have dinner with a friend of mine who's coming out here today. I'm sure you'll ignore me anyway, but I'll be home late, so I'm letting you know. Well, I'm off to work. Natalie, I got off on time. I'm going to catch the train now. How about you? I just got on the train. I'll be there on time. Yeah, perfect. By the way, is everything the same with Tyler? Yeah, I guess nothing has changed. I tried to call him this morning, but he's ignoring me. I can't even get a read on my messages. I see. Wait a minute. What's wrong? I got a message from Tyler. What? Oh, did you exchange contacts at the wedding or something? Contacting you directly is a little bit too suspicious. He's definitely up to something. Well, it's a good chance to find out what's going on. Hold on a second. Okay.
Good evening, Avery. It's Tyler.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry, the first time I met you was at the wedding yesterday.
No need to apologize, Avery. It's all because Natalie, who was jealous of the beautiful Avery, made it all up.
What? Natalie orchestrated it? Jealous? What are you talking about?
Your parents told me everything. Natalie was jealous of you, her sister, who was different from her plain self, talented, popular, and doted on by your parents, and she repeatedly harassed you on a daily basis. I respect you, Avery. You have been able to live with dignity in such a situation until now. Don't worry, you are very beautiful. You are an attractive woman.
Huh?
I heard that the reason why you did not come to the meeting of both families before the marriage was because you were not informed of anything, because your sister said you are not her family. You, who was living such a hard life, fell in love with me at first sight at our wedding. But I heard that you were troubled by the fact that I became your sister's husband, and you were living in tears every day. But please, don't worry. Actually, from the moment I saw you at the wedding...
Wait a minute.
Excuse me?
I've never said anything like that, nor have I ever thought it. Could you please stop getting all worked up by yourself?
Huh?
I don't know what you've been told by our parents. My sister and I have always been and still are on good terms with each other, and I haven't fallen so low as to mess with someone who has become my brother-in-law.
Avery, you don't have to be so hard on yourself. Let's be honest. I'm in front of your apartment right now.
What? How do you know my apartment?
Your parents gave me your address, and I'm here to propose.
Huh?
Please, let me in.
I'm out.
Huh? I've also prepared a ring. And a bouquet of roses.
Either way, the answer is no. I have a boyfriend. Excuse me. Oh no, oh no.
What's wrong?
Natalie, you'd better get a divorce.
What?
I'll show you the message later, but he's out of the question. I got goosebumps. Way too scary.
What in the world?
Sis, are you okay? Did you get to your boyfriend's place? I got there safe and sound. I didn't go back to the house. I moved in with my boyfriend, so everything is fine now. I'm sorry I worried you. I wonder if the folks found out about him. Even though I was nervous, it was a mistake to tell them I had a boyfriend. But I've got my sleepover stuff in his room, so I'll figure it out. I mean, I'll make it work.
Gosh, I'm really sorry.
Natalie, there's nothing to apologize for. So I just talked to him, and we decided to move up the plan I just told you about and do it in the near future.
That way it will be at the same time as my move.
That's right.
Oh yeah, but I guess it would be better for both of us to keep each other safe.
Can you give me 2 weeks?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'll call you tomorrow with the details.
Okay. Avery, let's have a date tomorrow. Your parents told me that your refusal the other day was just because you were embarrassed. This is where I should take the initiative. I'm sure you've been bullied by Natalie and have become timid. But don't worry, I will break the shell of your heart. If I show you my manly side, you'll come along too, right? I'll pick you up from work in my car, we'll have dinner at a restaurant with a night view, and you'll accept my proposal. After that, I've reserved a suite at a nearby hotel. I don't need to say any more, do I? I'm really looking forward to it.
Natalie, I got a creepy message. My whole body started to itch from goosebumps.
What? Was it Tyler?
Yes, he said he was going to take me to a restaurant with a night view and that we were going straight to a hotel suite on the assumption that he was going to propose to me. It's disgusting.
Wow, I'm really sorry.
Natalie, you don't need to apologize.
No, I'm sorry I married that guy. I'm sorry I'm not a good judge of men.
Well, I'll accept your apology, but you're the victim here too. He's the one who's crazy and our parents. We'll fight our way out of this ourselves.
I feel strong with you by my side, sis. Hey, why don't you move your stuff out of your apartment tonight? Your boyfriend's been going over there packing stuff up, right?
Yeah, he has. I asked him about it, and he said he's already packed 80% of it, so we can do it tonight.
If that's your plan, I'll make my move tonight. Actually, I'm already prepared. I'm just waiting for you.
I see. I don't know what Tyler is gonna do next. I guess my first priority is to physically eliminate the chance of going back to that apartment.
Avery, I was there to pick you up in my sports car with a bouquet of roses. Who was that guy? Who does that guy think he is to interrupt my proposal?
He's my boyfriend.
Huh?
The other day I told you I had a boyfriend, didn't I? He and I have been together for years now, and we've been talking about marriage, so it's deeply annoying that you've been following me around these past few days. No matter what you do to me, there is absolutely no way I'm getting married to you, or anything, so please give it up.
But your parents are...
The thing is that they're not happy with my present boyfriend, so they're trying to get me to break up with him. And they're harassing me because my sister, whom they've always despised, got married before I did.
Huh?
I'm sorry that you got involved in the mess. It's not something that the guy who married my sister should have to deal with in the first place. Please, stop following me around anymore. I moved out of the room there to live with my boyfriend.
What?
Excuse me.
You're kidding, right? Natalie,
Tyler.
If you want, why don't we go out to dinner now? Actually, I have reservations at a restaurant, and after that, a hotel suite.
It's been about a month since you started ignoring me. I'm divorcing you.
What?
I was wondering what you were doing proposing to my sister. I don't know what you were doing completely ignoring me, your new wife. I'm really dumbfounded.
You know...
And I want compensation too.
What? Wait a minute.
I'll leave the divorce papers on the table.
I failed to propose to Avery.
I know, but still. Goodbye.
Huh? Oh no! Natalie, you're the only one I love. Please, understand, I proposed to her unwillingly. I just got caught up in your parents' craziness. Natalie, please come back to me.
Sis, have things settled down over there? Yes, I'm fine. Thanks to you, my stuff is all packed up. You're in the company dormitory, right? Does it look okay? Yeah, it's a pretty comfortable company dormitory. There's a security guard at the entrance, so there's no need to worry about suspicious people. That's good to know. Oh yeah, Mom called me for the first time in a while. Oh, what did she say? Tyler, with his high income and high specs, is the one who deserves to be with my brilliant and talented big sister. So you should step down gracefully. Huh? Are they still saying that? They saw the scale of the wedding and thought Tyler made more money. When I told them I paid more money for the wedding than he did, the ass-kicking started. It was so funny. I laughed so hard. Oh, yeah. You hadn't told him that your yearly income this year will be over $120,000. I just hung up and blocked their calls. That's what I'm talking about. That was really refreshing. They must be in a panic right now. I can't help but laugh when I imagine it. Also, I'm going to change my cell phone number tomorrow morning, so I'll let you know later. Okay, Roger. Why don't you hurry up and change yours too? I guess so. I think I'll go to a cell phone store on my next day off. Let's have dinner together again after we get settled. Let's splurge a little to celebrate the success of our mission. Okay. Okay, good night. Okay, good night. My parents were actually in debt. They were planning to have my sister they adored so much take care of them in their old age, including financially, and they kept spending money without thinking about it. They asked for help from all my relatives, but since they all knew about what happened, they gave them the cold shoulder. My sister and I have decided that neither of us will help them in any way, and that they need to handle the situation themselves. Later, my divorce from my husband was finalized. There was no damage on my part, but Tyler's was different. The speedy divorce 1 month after the wedding, coupled with the reasons for it, was enough for the guy to lose his credibility at work, and he couldn't stand the comments, so he voluntarily resigned. His parents disowned him, and now his savings has been wiped out by the compensation to my sister and me. and he spends his days having trouble finding food to eat. Where are you now, Noah? Are you lying about the business trip?
What? What do you mean? I am not lying at all.
Stop pretending. It's too late already. Your mother, who is the president, asked me earlier. She said, "Where the hell are you traveling after taking 5 days off?"
What?
I answered, "It's just a business trip." She said, "They didn't ask you to do that." What on earth does that mean?
I mean, a business trip is a business trip. How can she forget about the business trip of her son? She's starting to lose her mind. It's about time I took over the president chair.
So you keep lying about it. I've already checked your computer. I checked everything.
What?
I know the place you're staying, the name of the woman you're going to stay with, and her picture. If you want, I've also seen all of your daily creepy interactions. So are you still not telling me the truth?
That's ridiculous. I told you not to go into my office.
Shut up, you lying bastard. What business trip? You're really just on a trip with other women. Stop acting dumb.
You shut up. If you already know what I'm doing, then don't ask.
If I had asked you directly, you would have tried to cover it up anyway.
Shut up. What's with your attitude from a while ago? I try to listen to you, but you're acting all high and mighty towards your master.
Huh?
What's the big deal about a trip to have an affair? It's natural for a man to have an affair or two. It's rather abnormal for a man not to have an affair.
You're disgusting. Instead of apologizing, you admit everything?
Huh? What? You have a problem with your husband? Then do you want to divorce me? If you have a problem with me, I'll divorce you right now. Well, you're not getting a divorce from me, are you?
What do you mean?
Because I'm the guy who's going to take over my parents' company. Thanks to me, you're a gracious housewife. And you don't want to give that up now. That's why you can't divorce me even if I cheat on you.
Don't be ridiculous. I can't handle a life with a husband who cheats on me and being proud. The only way out of this is divorce.
Well then, divorce it is. Just sign the divorce papers and wait for me. You'll be crying for me not to dump you by the time I get home anyway.
Leah, please come to my house right now. We'll head to Noah's place together. What? We're going to witness the affair? Affair? I'm sorry, Millie. I'm tempted to go too, but I'm not sure I want to. I don't even want to see Noah's face just yet. Leah, what are you talking about? We're going to the hospital where Noah was brought in. I got a call from the police just now. He had an accident on the highway on his way home. Accident? Is he alright? We don't know yet, but it looks like he couldn't make the turn and hit the car as hard as he could. The police said it was a pretty gruesome accident. Oh no. So I messaged you to rush to the hospital together. And did you say affair? Leah, what are you talking about all of a sudden? You may be surprised when I say this. Noah lied to me that he was on a business trip and went out with his cheating partner. What? Didn't they say there was a passenger in that accident? No, I didn't hear anything about that, so I thought for sure it was an accident with Noah alone. Is it true that he was having an affair? Yes, it's true. So I'm sorry. Can you please go to the hospital first? I can't go with you to the hospital after knowing about the affair. But, you know, he could be in critical condition. I'm sorry. Even so, it is difficult for me right now. Please let me know his condition when you get to the hospital. Okay. It's complicated considering your situation. Then I will head to the hospital immediately. When you calm down and when you feel better, Leah, please come too.
Hey, Leah, when are you coming to visit your husband? Aren't you worried about your husband who is seriously injured? You're not a good wife if you don't come to visit him.
Oh, you are quite healthy. Your mom told me you survived. You can even use your phone.
How is this healthy? I'm paralyzed and can't move my left side as much as I like. It's so hard for me to type on phone.
What? Are you in such a serious condition?
The doctor said rehabilitation won't help. He said my nerves are completely damaged.
So, that means you will never be able to move your left side for the rest of your life?
Not just the left side, though. It still hurts all over my body and it sucks.
What about the person you're having an affair with? She was in the accident with you too, right? Your mom never contacted me to tell me about her condition.
Oh, she was already discharged. Even though I'm the one who got hurt this badly, she just cracked a bone or something.
Oh, really?
By the time I woke up, she was already gone. I asked the nurse about her, but they said she just disappeared because she wanted to get out of the hospital as soon as possible. I never heard from her again, and she never came to visit me.
How could she run away when you were in a coma? I guess she didn't need a paralyzed lover.
This whole thing just sucks. I have pain all over my body. I can't move my left part of body. I can't believe she even ran away from me, the girl I loved so much. And the hospital food is bad, and the nurses are ugly old hags. I can't stand to be in the hospital like this, so you come and get me out.
What do you mean, come and get me out? You haven't even healed yet.
You tell the doctor to transfer me to a different hospital. A beautiful hospital near my house is many times better than this country hospital. They have beautiful and famous doctors and nurses there, as I recall. I'm sure my wounds will heal faster there.
You can't just change the hospital because of the beautiful doctors. Looks like your head didn't get any better after the accident.
What the?
You're definitely better off staying quiet there until you're fully healed. I'm not even going to visit you. Just try to stay in the hospital quietly.
That's ridiculous. You're a wife and you're not even going to visit your husband? I'm paralyzed and having a hard time. Normally, you'd be the first one to rush over to take care of me.
Why should I have to take care of a cheating bastard?
I see. You're still mad about my affair. That's why you won't come to visit me. What a childish mindset.
Huh? This is childish?
I'm sorry about the affair, but now that I don't have a partner, let's move on. You're all I have now. I mean, I can't even cheat on you with this body for the rest of my life. So you can be rest assured that you can take care of me.
Huh?
Look, you're my wife. If you're my wife, you'll take care of your husband for the rest of your life. That's what a wife is supposed to do.
I don't have a husband.
What?
Wife's job? I already filed for a divorce. We are no longer married. So there's no such thing as a wife's job.
Wait a minute. What do you mean divorce papers have been filed?
What do you mean? You told me. You told me to get a divorce if I had a problem with you. That's why I submitted the divorce papers while you were in a coma.
Huh?
Of course, it was accepted right away.
You've got to be kidding me. Divorce while I was in a coma? Are you an idiot?
You're the one who's stupid. You stirred things up so much and then you get divorced and you're all pissed off. Don't you think that's pathetic?
Shut up. I didn't sign any divorce papers. So this divorce is absolutely invalid. If you don't sign it in your own handwriting, these things are invalid.
Then don't worry about it. I have your signature.
What?
Remember April Fool's Day a few years ago? You said,
I'm getting a divorce. What a stupid lie you told.
You went to the trouble of preparing a divorce paper with your signature on it.
Don't tell me you used that divorce paper.
Yes, I did. I kept it for some reason. I've suspected your affair ever since then.
That's a lie. Then how can I get this divorce annulled?
It's impossible no matter how you try it. It's been a long time since it was processed.
That's not possible.
That day I heard you had an accident. I was actually in front of the government office. I was wondering if I should really get a divorce or not. That's when I got the call from your mom, and I immediately went to file the divorce papers.
What's that? You heard that your husband had been in an accident, and you filed the divorce papers before you could come to the hospital?
Yes, I did.
You've got to be kidding me. You're saying that you chose to abandon me first instead of worrying about me? You have no blood or tears running through your veins.
That's what I'm saying. You cheated on me and hurt me all you want. You're asking me to take care of you because you were paralyzed in an accident. How can you be so arrogant?
What's arrogant about it? Your husband is in trouble. What's wrong with asking his wife for help?
I can't take care of someone who has no love, affection, or respect for me. That's why I stopped being your wife.
Don't be silly. I won't allow you to abandon me. Look, I'm the next president of the company. I may be paralyzed, but I'll still be able to do my job. I'm going to be president from now on as planned. You're going to let go of me? You'll definitely regret it.
What? You still think you can be the president? Your parents have already eliminated you as a candidate for the next president.
They did that?
Don't you watch that internet news? They've already compiled a brief summary of what's going on. The vice president, the president's right-hand man, has been named president.
What? No!
Your father said, the system of heredity is old-fashioned nowadays, and it is only natural to put those at the top who are capable. Because, you know, your mother didn't tell you about this?
No, I haven't heard anything about it. I mean, my mom doesn't come to visit me at all.
Really?
They bring clothes and stuff, but they leave without seeing me. They say they're busy at work or something.
Looks like I'm not the only one who gave up on you.
Huh?
So don't contact me anymore. I'm your ex-wife and a stranger. Well then, good luck getting out of the hospital soon. Noah told me you got divorced. I heard that no one comes to visit him once yet. I didn't realize you two divorced. I'm really sorry about our stupid son. No, don't worry about it. I'm sorry it took me so long to tell you. I was busy settling into the new environment. Don't worry about it. I'll send you money later. It'll go towards your future living expenses. Oh, no, that's fine. I've already brought half of my savings as my share of the property. Don't worry about it. I'm sending you the money I extracted from the unfaithful woman. I was going to send it to you when things settle down. Oh, it's from the woman he had an affair with? I rushed to the hospital that day and a strange woman talked to me. I thought she was going to apologize for cheating on you, but instead she demanded money from me. She said it was my son's fault that she got hurt, and she wanted me to pay for her medical treatment and alimony. What? She didn't even know her own position and she was just asking me for money. And she said the amount she was asking for was $35,000. I snapped and told her, if you don't get out of my sight right now, I'll file for alimony. And that I would show no mercy to a slut who cheats with my son. I see. That's why she escaped while Noah was in a coma. Not to mention the alimony for the affair, as well as the compensation for the negative impact it had on our company. Since it was detrimental to our company's image, I told her I'd charge her $50,000, and she ran away in a second. That's great. To tell you the truth, that idiot son of mine has no influence whatsoever, and then I asked for a lawyer to do the rest. I squeezed out a few $1,000,000 as compensation for the affair, so I'll transfer this money to you later. Thank you very much. I'd be happy to accept it if that's what you want. To be honest, as a parent, I've had my hands full with my son. He's determined to take over the company, but he's not up to the task. I'm sorry, but I'm going to chalk the accident up to good timing. I'm going to send the boy off to relocate somewhere in the countryside. That might be a good idea. Thanks for being with my stupid son all this time, but from now on, please, have a nice life. Thank you.
Please, Leia, please get back together with me. Otherwise, I'm going to be locked up in the countryside.
What's wrong with being locked up? It's just a rehabilitation period, right? That's what your mom told me.
The hell you mean? She's going to discharge me from the hospital and put me in a facility in the countryside. She said it's impossible to take care of me at home, so I should stay with a professional.
Taking care of an adult male is a lot of work. Even for free, your mom and her family would be busy with their company. Maybe that's the best way.
What's the best way? That would be the worst way. Do you know what kind of facility I'm being pushed into? They say they have a full-time doctor and caregivers. But they are all men. She says she will only request male staff for me. It's cruel.
Oh, it's a beautiful environment. It's perfect for you, you cheating bastard.
Come on, Leia. I need you to take care of me. I won't be selfish and I'll thank you every day. Please? We were married once. You can't just leave your husband who's covered in scars because he cheated on you.
Huh?
I mean, it's about time you started regretting your divorce. You've been a stay-at-home mom all your life and you can't even find a good job. You're probably regretting and now you are having a poor life, right?
I don't regret it. I have extra money to live on and I'm going to start with a part-time job. Then I'm going to try to be independent little by little.
It's much faster to get back together with me than to go through all that trouble. If you want, I'll even give you a caregiver's allowance from now on.
Caregiver's allowance? You're going to give me a paycheck for helping you?
Yes, I'll pay you. I'll pay you. $350 a month? No, $500 is fine. You come back to my side and I'll pay you.
What? You're lying. Do you really think that's a small amount of money to take care of you?
What?
That's at least $5,000 a month, assuming you live in that facility 24 hours a day. If you can pay that, I'd be happy to care for you. I won't get back together with you, but I'll be your caregiver.
$5,000 a month? That would be a ripoff.
The difficulty of caring for an adult male, and the mental hardship of having to take care of a cheating bastard. Plus the time commitment. It's a small price to pay, don't you think?
Screw you. You don't have any good heart. There's no way I can pay that kind of money. I'm no longer a candidate for next president, and I've been fired from my job.
Oh, well I guess that means the deal's off then, huh? I will not return to your side. You're going to stay in that facility.
Oh no, wait! Don't abandon me.
It's just so funny. You're the one crying for me not to abandon you, not me. In your face.
No, no!
Well then, Noah, take care. It looks like there's jobs for the handicapped. When you start earning enough to pay me, give me a message again. Then, I'll think about it. After that, Noah was transferred to a nursing home arranged by his mother. It seems that his mother is paying all the expenses for him, and she's not giving him any allowance, and she seems to have thoroughly avoided having any female staff around Noah. Noah seems to be desperately trying to contact his female friends, trying to flirt with all of them. However, it seems that Noah's accident and injuries are already known. No one replied to Noah's message. Not even his friends have come to visit him. I heard that he has been spending all his time alone at the facility.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.